So I am back home in Adelaide and I decided to do a video just to talk about the last 2 months I spent in Bali for myself. Of course, I can remember these beautiful moments and the lessons, and also to share with you if you are interested in hearing some of the insights I got, some travel tips if you decide to go, and yeah, just what the last 2 months has kind of shown to me. So I arrived yesterday morning and I was an overnight flight, and there was a baby crying, but overall it was good. I had my noise cancelling headphones and was playing some good meditations and some nice frequencies, and so it was 5 hours of just meditation. Got back, went straight to Henley Beach, got the morning sun, had a swim, and then yesterday just spent the whole day kind of just in and out of just sleeping and chilling. And last night I got a 96 sleep score, 3.5 hours of REM sleep, 2+ hours of deep sleep. It was legit. I slept for 12 hours and then woke up today feeling super rested and fresh. But I did wake up and I had it's funny, just the karma and the energy of this house. I woke up and I was ooh, they can feel the familiar thought patterns creeping in of what are you gonna do today? Where should you go? Hurry up, get out of bed. So it's good. I woke up, went down to the beach, breathing, connected with the tribe already. Yeah, did some breath work, had a swim, and now just back home for the afternoon. Got heaps of time and just gonna yeah, see where it takes me. And also just drank some beautiful Bali cacao, organic raw ceremonial Bali cacao, and just feeling good. So it's time to just kind of tie up the last 2 months and put it into this beautiful video and see what happens. But yeah, but first of all, the whole reason why I kind of went to Bali in the first place, I was meant to go there and maybe do some stuff with Zen cleanse, and get involved in some stuff and do some work or whatever. But quickly, when I got there, it kind of actually dawned on me that all the plans that I had made for myself to happen, were not going to happen because it wasn't in alignment. So I quickly just threw all my expectations and plans out the window, and I was all right, take me. Let's see what happens. And this was the best thing that could ever happen, because if I was trying to hang on to the image that I had created in my mind on what I'd be doing and all this stuff, which was it was fine. But the plans that God and the universe had for me were so much more harmonious, and it was better for the soul. It was good to be I don't know what I'm gonna do, I don't know where I'm gonna be going, but I want to stop hanging on to controlling and just allow the magic to unfold in the space. And this is the first key lesson that I want to remember and share. That so much of the time I would be planning out my life, every single stage of life. I'd be all right, this day I'm going to do this, I want to get this done, and this is my long-term goal. And while it's kind of good to have some sort of goal and direction and trajectory in life, too much and it suffocates the space and the void and the magic of, well, I don't know what I'm doing, and that's okay. I'm going to be okay with having no plans today and know where I need to be, and let's just do one thing at a time and be present one moment at a time and see what happens. And it was in these moments, especially when I didn't know what I was going to do and I was just there, that something would happen. And instead of me having to be I got to go in 1 hour I got to be at this appointment, I could actually just fully go into it, whether it was a conversation, whatever, I could fully just go into this moment and experience without having any time restrictions or other thoughts in my head. And that's when, yeah, just magic and beautiful things happened. So for me, lesson one that I want to remember is just to allow there to be spaces in life for things that are unexpected and unplanned to pop up, and then see what happens there. Number one. And then I'm number two, kind of at the start, I was pretty excited to be traveling on my own, and like I was like, whoa, new country, I've got some cash, I've got a motorbike, I can do anything. And I was really, really keen. So I was like going from place to place, and I was like, I'm going to Uluwatu, go to the beach. Oh, I'm going to go to the jungle, eco village, Ubud. And I quickly learned that after the first week of like going crazy, I was like, what am I doing? Like I'm seeing great places, but because I was moving so fast, I didn't actually have time to really actually experience anything. So like I was seeing with my eyes and physically being in new places, but my soul and like the energy didn't really have time to actually sink into one spot. And like that was like something I've had to learn in life, because in life I get really excited very quickly, and then I can kind of be bouncing around so fast that the energy and like the murkiness, because when you move, like if you think of life like water, when you move it kind of stirs up the water and it makes it a bit murky, and you actually have to stay like kind of still in one spot for it to become clear and for you to actually better see and experience it. So this can go on a macro and micro level, but like on the macro level, it was when I was moving around so much, I didn't actually get to experience the one spot whether it was in the jungle or whatever, because I found for myself it took like at least 3 or 4 nights before I could actually feel like I understood what a place was like. And of course, the longer I stay there and the more like time and energy I just invest into this like spot, into this moment, the more beautiful it became. And that's something I've learned after traveling so much for a long time. You don't really get to understand a place if you're just doing touristy stuff and seeing things. And what I've like learned was what I actually, more about myself, was what I don't like. And I've kind of already known this for a long time, but this just confirmed it. Like I don't like to do mainstream things as much, or very touristic things or popular things. I've always been one to go more on like the quiet side, the road less traveled, and prefer to like carve my own path instead of going with the crowd. And of course, like it's easy to just go with the crowd because everyone's doing it, and like on the outside it always looks like a good vibe and good time. But then when you get there, it's like, whoa, this is hectic. There's so many people, so much noise, so much Instagram shit. Whereas like when I went off and I was like, okay, I'm just sitting in the rice fields enjoying, or sitting in the jungle and there's not many people around, I can just enjoy, and I'm with my own energy or with like 1 or 2 other people where we can really like just be here, and we're not competing with all the noise and the antennas and vibrations around of everything else, because everyone emits a certain thing. And I feel like I'm actually really sensitive now, so whenever there's like a lot of crowds, I kind of like, I'm like, help me, I don't know what to do, I don't know who I am anymore. And then going back to before, that you need to allow things to settle so you can see clearly. This is something I learned on one of the last days when I was in Bali in the eco village. I had nothing planned the whole day, so I just went into a cave that Kim showed me, and I covered myself like in mud so mosquitoes wouldn't bite me. And I just like sat there in the cave. And then when I got tired of sitting, I just lay down, and I probably stayed there for like 2 or 3 hours. And once I could finally just like calm down and like be really still, my breathing got slower, my body became relaxed, and like things were happening. I was like lucid dreaming, and then like more, my mind was clearer to actually like pick up on like the more quiet messages. And like the message that I got that was like super clear was, Toby, like you have your own intelligence inside you, and so does everything has its own intelligence, and it knows how to bring itself into harmony and balance. But if you keep trying to micromanage and control every little thing, and you're worrying and moving around and controlling too much, you're actually by trying to bring it into balance, you're actually disrupting the balance. And I could see this, like, I was like, whoa, how have I never seen this before? Because like the amount of stuff I was putting into my eyes, my brain, my ears, my mouth, my body, all of it was like, I was trying to do like good stuff and become healthier, but it was actually throwing me out of balance. And then, so finally when I just like stayed there, and then I could actually feel like everything just being like, whoa, it's just sorting itself out when you like let it be. And I wrote that in big letters in my journal, like, just let it be. If something's like, if you're not feeling like good, just let it be. Don't try to like do so much stuff to bring yourself back, because if not, you're just going wah. But if you just let it go, it's like, ooh, it just gradually comes here, and then you find the center, and then I can move through life feeling like more centered, and my actions and my thoughts and everything else, instead of coming from a place of, oh shit, something's wrong, I need to fix it, it's coming from like more of this place in the middle where, well, I feel really good and I feel great and I'm present and I want to do this, and then you go do that like wholeheartedly. And I saw how easy it is to like, it's easy to be like shaken up, and then just like realizing when you're feeling that, and be able to slow down and like relax, and then find your center a little bit easier and more gracefully each time. And then of course there are like practices you can do to bring yourself back, but also to notice when you're doing the practices and they're a bit forced, and then the same practices could actually bring you out of balance and exacerbate the situation. And yeah, another thing that I wanted to share was, it's really important to actually do things slower instead of being like fast. Like if you actually do things slower, then you can experience each one, and then actually like enjoy them, what you're doing, and instead of just rushing around. Because when you rush, your attention is like fragmented everywhere. And I'll go off on a quick tangent, like I got ripped off a few times in Bali. Like sometimes people rip me off when I was filling up on petrol, or just when I was paying for stuff. And all the times that I got ripped off, it was because I wasn't paying attention. And I'm sure the locals actually picked up that I wasn't paying attention. So they were like, we'll rip this guy off and charge him extra. But when I was actually like here, and if something felt dodgy, I would know they're being dodgy, and they wouldn't even try it most of the time. And I'd be like, hey, it's not meant to be 20,000, it's meant to be 10. And they'd be like, oh yeah. But yeah, so all those times where I got ripped off, it was like a lesson that it was like, okay, if you're not being present, then it's easier for someone to cheat you and take things from you. And yeah, but then, where was I? To actually like relax, slow down, enjoy, be here, and just slowing the breathing, all these kind of things. So it's like life happens when you're actually in this like relaxed parasympathetic state, when you're breathing deeply, and when you can actually take it in, you can actually take life in much more, and you're actually getting much more out of the moment and in life when you are relaxed and slow. Whereas if you're like hyped up and fast and like jittery, on the outside it might seem like you're getting a lot of stuff done, but then you're so like scattered everywhere that you're not really actually experiencing each thing, and you're not really thinking clearly, and because you're on the lookout for like, oh, there's some kind of danger, and you're perceiving everything as danger, so your vision's very like focused on like very, very narrow. But then when you're not all worked up and in the sympathetic state, you're much more receptive, you're actually safer, you can pick up much more things because you have this like just awareness of what's going on and everything. Yeah, I did journaling when I was away almost every single day. That was one of my practices, because especially for the first week I felt really alone, and then I had my journal where I could just like write down everything. And I never really got into journaling before this trip, but now it's been like yeah, it's been like my friend. So I would just like write down things and like write what I'm thankful for, and it's been great. And actually, something else, I'm going back to Bali in 2 weeks, because even though it was a great time, I feel like two months was not like nowhere near enough. Like you just get there and you get to sample everything, and you're finally finding like what you like and what you don't like, more so what you don't like, and then you find a few things that you really like. And I'm like, I want to go back just for 1 more month, maybe longer next time, and then just focus straight away on like just dropping in, and I'll have less of the mind being like you gotta try this, because I've tried a lot of the stuff there. Like I tried a lot of the touristy stuff, the fake spiritual the fake spiritual events, the fancy restaurants, and yeah, just a lot of the noise will drop away, because it's like, okay, you've been here, you're a bit more comfortable now, and now go back and do I need some time to myself? Yeah, if I do need time to myself to heal up, I'm gonna go here into the jungle, and I'm gonna stay in a hut for 7 days. I'm gonna fast, and I'm just gonna be with myself. Or do I need to go to an island? I can go to, yeah, so I'm gonna go back there on the 8th of October and stay for a month. And this time, I think just do it more for like myself, and take more time to listen and tune in, and then yeah, actually listen to what I need and treat it more like, oh, I'm doing this to heal and to connect more, and yeah, get some more clarity in life. Yeah. But a few other really cool things that I did when I was there was like voice activation lessons, and that's like opened up a whole new world about your entire body being your instrument, and like learning how to tune it, feeling when it's not right, and then using these different tools and modalities to get yourself like to tune your instrument. Like a guitar, you would tune it before you play it. So like tuning yourself in, and yeah, it's literally just all about like feeling into yourself, and then not starting until like know what you need to do in the morning or whatever to get yourself into tune, and then you can play. But yeah, so many lessons and little things that all kind of like layer on top of each other. Like they're all very, very similar. Literally everything's so similar, and it's all like intertwined and layered, and so you can kind of just focus on like the essence and the core stuff, and just yeah, bring it all in. So I guess what I want to integrate now, like in the next few weeks, is like while I'm in Adelaide, even though it's so easy for old thoughts of having to rush and having to like see everyone, having to go here, make some money, is to actually just like continue the momentum that I've got from the last 2 months in Bali, and stay in my center, stay true to myself, and like slow down, enjoy life, relax more, and just like not have to think about everything and try to control everything and have it all worked out. Like if things are all messy and there's all this like pieces everywhere, instead of being like, oh, I need to move out of the house, I need to clean up, I need to make money, and trying to have it all going on at once, I want to prioritize more. Okay, if I can just get my mind clear and my heart right and everything like just settled, and then focus on one thing at a time, and I'm gonna sort this out, and just taking time instead of trying to do a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there, and then at the end of the day, you could be making things actually more chaotic because you haven't done each thing properly, and you've rushed through each thing while also doing this and micromanaging everything. But just choose like one thing that's got to get done, and do it well. Do the one thing well until it's finished, and then focus here. And then if that's not right, then just that can wait, and I'm going to enjoy my time here at the beach, or just do whatever. But there's so much more things I'm sure that's gonna pop up, and I'm like thinking now, there was so much more to talk about, but I just wanted to make this video to wrap it up. If you watched this far for the next 2 weeks while I'm in Adelaide, I'm actually, as like a little business thing, I'm going to be making like custom blends and like elixirs and powders and blends for people, just to like make some money so I can keep going. Send me a message if you would like one, and you just say like what you need help with in life, whether it's like sleep, stress, and I've got like literally hundreds and thousands of like epic stuff here I can mix up. And like, this is what I actually enjoy to do, like taking time and like, oh, I'm gonna make this for you, and then I take time and just see what comes up from in here and here, and then put something like epic together, package it all up in a glass jar, and then boom, this is for you. And that came through to me when I was literally just doing nothing, and then ideas just come out of, like, when you're not trying to think so hard of ideas, things just like boom, and it hits you in the face. But yeah, so much that I want to share, and I guess like over time things will more unfold, but this is good for this video. Namaste, peace and love.